All right, so in this video, we're going to be talking about Python tuples or tuples, or I think tuples. We'll go with tuples. So let's get right into it. I'm going to first show you a little function called the zip function in Python. So let's say we had a couple of different lists like this. So we got two name lists right here with some different values. Now, if we wanted to actually combine these two lists, we could go like this and go print. And we can say list like this, make sure we turn it into a list. And then we'll pass this zip function just like this, and then pass in the two different names. So names 1 and then names 2 like that. Now, when we run this, we can see we get these two different lists and they're turned into tuples right here. So this is gonna be what the zip function is gonna do, and these are what tuples look like on the right. Now let's talk a little bit more about tuples. So the idea about a tuple is that it's gonna be similar to a list, but unlike a list, it's going to be a read-only list. And the other thing with a tuple is that it's going to be immutable, so you can't change it. So we'll go and create a tuple, and to do that, we're going to go like this, and we'll say we're just going to do a number, and this is going to be our tuple that we'll use for this. Before we go ahead and actually use this, let's show you how we might convert a list into a tuple. So in order to do that, we'll just say tuple like this, and then we can pass in our list like this. So this will be our tuple, and we'll just assign that to test like this. And then if we come down here and we print out test like this, we'll see this converted into a tuple hopefully. And we run that, and we can see up here, this has now been converted to a tuple instead of a list. So that is how you would do that. And again, you could do that differently with a string. So if we went in like this and said, came in here and we said Darwin Tech like that, and we save that and run that, you can see that this is turned into a tuple of each individual letter in our string right there. So those are how you would convert either a string or a list into a tuple. So like lists, we can work with tuples in a similar way. So let's just get rid of this for now, and we'll get rid of this for now, and we'll come down, and below this, let's just show you how we might get an item off of that tuple. So like a list, we can go like this, and we can say print, and we can say numbers like that, and then we can pass in a particular index. So let's just say 2 for that, and go ahead and save this and run that, and we get 2 back. And if we look up here, our second index 0, 1, 2 is the 2 from there. So like a list, you can do a lot of the same things as you can with a list in a tuple. So let's come down below this, and let's comment this out. And again, we can do like similar things, like we can say print, and we'll say numbers again. And we can go like this and say 2:4, and that will get a section of it. So if we run that, come down, and we can get from 2 and 5. So if we start at 0, 1, 2, and then we go 2 up until 4, which is the 5, and it won't include the 5th one right there. So that is very similar to how we might do lists. And then finally, let's just show you one more thing again. Let's comment this out, and we can do things like this where we say if, let's see if we have a number in here. We got 3. So let's say if 3 in numbers like that, colon, and then we'll just print out yes. So if the number 3 is in numbers, our tuple of numbers, then it'll print out yes. And if we run this, again, we get yes right here. All right, so that's about it for now for tuples. You will see them come up regularly often in Python, but you can just treat them like an immutable list, basically. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.